Okay, so I am going to make a little film here to show you how these shelves go together. Here you can see a stand of the shelving, and basically this shelving is 20 inches wide from here to here. So these are 20s and they're tall, so we call them tall. There are also 16s, the 20s, and 24s, and then there's a tall one like these. The tall ones sometimes will have feet, but these examples don't. And then there's also a mid-sized, which comes to about shoulder height, and then there's some short ones that are about waist tall. The way that they go together is with bolts on the end panels. The end panels are smooth, and so they only have one side that gets screws that look like this. You can see that that's an unusual thread pattern. A lot of them have their galvanizing is coming off, and they're yellow with the zinc. And then on the panels that are interior, they get stuff on both sides, and they get bolts like these that run through from one side to the other on the bottom, and then again on the top. So first I'll show you the bottom stuff. Now this bottom, you can see that they have a place for 4 screws, and they screw down into this piece here. And here you can see the screws going into the end panel. These screws you don't have to worry about, they're part of this part. So all you have to worry about are the bigger ones. So these are going through, and they screw directly into the end panel. There's some mechanism in there to receive them. And then the ones that go through, can see them here, and then they come through to the other side. Now this piece is a bottom that will sometimes have feet on it that lift the whole assembly up off of the floor. But sometimes they have bottoms that look like this. They're 2 parts, and they have a little slant to them, and this is what it looks like when you put the wood in there. 2 pieces that also sometimes are screwed into place. The advantage, I guess, for that sort of assembly is that books on the very bottom would be tilted towards the person who's trying to look at the books. There's the option of putting this assembly into the shelf, and that's just for support and stability, and possibly squaring it up. You can see how that all goes together there. It's pretty straightforward. And then I'll show you the top. Some of the tops feature this little piece of wood that's pretty thin, with a little bit of some more wood for support. And then you can see that the tops are set up the same way. You have these end screws that go into the end panel, and then you have the ones going through to the other side. So one thing about this is that the tops, the distance for the screws is slightly different than the distance for the bottoms. So it is possible to have this unit, this whole piece up here, and think that it's a top, but really it's a bottom. So you just have to pay attention to the hole spacing. And I think that's it. Everything else is pretty straightforward. You know, these things just go in, and the shelves are all slotted and fit right on top of the tabs. I think that's it. Alright, hope this helps you guys out.